What is one thing everyone has experienced during their school life? Being bullied, making friends, being that one loser emulating anime, thinking that Ayana Koji is cool? You're wrong. It's having that one teacher that makes you not only study hard, but study hard. Now, if you're not okay with predatory acts, then this manga isn't for you. But if you are okay with predatory acts, then you should go to jail. It's only okay if I'm the victim. This manga is called that. Let's recap, shall we? A new school year, which means new faces, old faces, friendship reunions, and more. And the newest thing that'll be arising this year is Abikura's new personality, Sosuke Aizen. For everything that he has planned, from the very beginning in his dad's rusty old sack, will go accordingly. And as he was unsealing his personality, a loud bang can be heard within the school walls. Did a bomb explode? We'll figure out later. The classroom door swung open and revealed their new form teacher, Hiori Sensei, who looked like she had been shot, not the facial kind, in between her eyes. She then tried to speak to the class, but the words she spoke were not of human origin, so the students started panicking, assuming that she's cursing them all. Plenty of rumors have been circulating about her. One girl claims she saw her notebook having cursed symbols. Another claims that the teacher once hit her and cursed her. Sources? Trust me, bro. After school, Abura was chit-chatting with his friend about their new teacher. Both of them agree that she's a scary one, even scarier than my search history. Anyways, Abura told his friend that he had forgotten his homework back in class and headed back to retrieve it. When he returned to the class, he found Hiori Sensei still in there reading something on a piece of paper. She's shaking frantically, and I'm hoping it's because she's feeling nervous, and not because she has a machine in between her legs vibrating at maximum overdrive. He closed the door and wondered what in Middle-earth's name is she doing here after class had ended. He peeked back in the classroom studying her unusual behavior and assumed that she's using those stuffed animals to curse her students. He started questioning the school's decision to hire her, struck by the fact that she could either be a schizophrenic or a witch. She continued teaching the non-existent class, and really had a schizophrenic episode by talking to one of her plushies, and responded to herself as if that plushie was someone from Toy Story. Abura came to the conclusion that she's likely practicing on how to teach a class, but her voice is too soft to hear. Even Hiori Sensei knows that she's a bit too soft, and that the reason on why is probably because she's not breathing properly. I mean, those things right there don't look like they get enough air. And to solve this issue, she then— Damn! Anyways, it turns out that even with the freedom of being able to suck in air, she's still tired. It turns out that she's incredibly weak and, very, shy. Ahem. It turns out that she's not really a scary teacher, but an amazing one, and bro cannot take his eyes off her. Yes. As Hiori Sensei was about to take a seat to rest, Abura realized that the seat had been pushed back, which means that she's going to end up falling ass first onto the floor. Like an absolute hero, he decides to save her from an embarrassing moment by volunteering to become the chair himself. Damn, well, why don't you look at that? I grew 4 legs and transformed into a hard wooden chair. He apologized to her and promised that no, he wasn't stalking her, but rather that he wanted to get back his homework, but ended up seeing her in class. After quite an introduction, Hiori Sensei explained that she actually has social phobia and that she's like your typical anime protagonist. Despite this, however, she has always wanted to be a teacher and that it was her first year teaching. But she sorta sucks at her job. She sucks so hard that she had accidentally collided her forehead with the classroom door earlier this morning. That's why there was a bang earlier in this video, and why she was also bleeding. She also reveals that those cursed symbols were just notes for the next lesson. And then out of nowhere, she trips on a microorganism. So it has been revealed to Abura that the rumors were like a Taco Bell toilet full of shit. Hiori Sensei isn't a schizophrenic or a witch. She's just a teacher who's soft and weak, but trying. Abura then wished her goodbye, but before he could exit the class, she called out to him. She then approached him and gave him a joyful experience by whispering in his ear, thanking him for saving her from the fall. That was Abura and not me, by the way. The next day in school, while doing his cleaning, he still could not get her out of his wand of seamanhood. Things like this usually happens if a gooner has an encounter with a girl. And as he was cleaning, he accidentally bumps into her, Hiori Sensei, doing some exercises. He was shocked at the sight, because he's pretty sure that he remembers clearly that she's not a gym teacher. But the biggest emotion he was facing was one of pure ecstasy, looking at her beautiful eyes, strapped in her uncomfortably tight gym fit. Now after her warm-up, she's gonna jump rope? Uh-oh. That's bad. With a broken back is extremely dangerous. So she's jump roping, and jump roping, and jump roping, but she sucks at it and ends up tying herself up with the jump rope. Now obviously, if you were to be jumping with two 50-kilogram bowling balls on your chest, you'd be tired, and she was feeling that way and started losing her balance. Fortunately for her, Abura was there to save her from falling once again. Hiori Sensei then begins explaining that the reason why she was doing exercises was because the school has a jump rope competition between classes in October, so she's training for it. But it's just only March, Abura thinks. Yes, it is. But you damn well know her physical attributes suck ass, so she really does need to train. He then suggested that it would be most optimal if she does some cardio at home, to at least build up some endurance. She then says she can't because she's not remotely independent when it comes to working out, and that she makes weird sounds doing so that annoys the neighbors. And no, the weird sounds aren't the "I'm gonna suck you dry" kind, but the "I'm gonna suck the soul out of your body" kind. She then suggests that he should help her out with her workout. So then they started to fuck. I'm kidding, he's just helping her do some sit-ups. But if he doesn't control himself, he would unleash entire civilizations out his little Joe. So in order to keep them in, he tries to distract himself by asking her what her type was. She then reveals that her type is someone serious and intelligent, always capable of providing good lessons, and have confidence in all her students. That's the type of teacher she wants to be. Completely misunderstood his question, but sure. He then thinks back on her statement. Though she may not be who she wants to be, he really wishes that she can. That is the final panel of the chapter. What in the absolute fuck? I bet you when he's at home that night, he's gonna search some teacher-student videos, put his womb broom on the table, and start slapping it around a bit.